Hey guys, Amanda Blockson here, and I am definitely in rare form, so don't be scared. But I'm just curious as to what you think you're worth. And I talk all the time about feeling like you're worth something and knowing that you're worth something and knowing that you should know that you're worth something. And all of those things kind of have differences in their own way. But for me, when I very first started this industry in network marketing altogether, it was something that I did not know that I had. I was in a marriage that I was the housewife and I was the mom, and that was okay with me. Um, I did not know that I was missing anything. I did not know that I was missing parts of me, and I did not know that I was going to find things and then realize that there were parts of my life that I accepted and I didn't like, but I stayed anyways. And that I just lived life every day for my kids, and I had hobbies that I liked to do, but there was nothing that showed me that Amanda is worth something. And that changed when I found this industry as a whole. So, what happened was I joined my previous company and I built very quickly and I made money very quickly. And for someone that came from a broken home and for somebody that was living paycheck to paycheck, my W-2 from that previous year was like $17,000, and I had three children at the time, and that was a combined household income. That was all the money that we had, and we lived on assistance, and we had state insurance, and we were in poverty. We were poor. I mean, I had no idea how poor we really were. I have no idea how we made it. But thankfully, there are systems that allow you to have stepping stones as far as assistance, and I am very thankful for those. You will never hear me say anything bad about someone using assistance to get to the next stage in their life ever, because it's definitely something that I would not have eaten without. So, anyhow, I made money very quickly and I grew very quickly, and I all of a sudden realized that there was something that I was good at. And there was something that I was falling in love with. And that was just finding out who I was. Just taking it one step at a time, building a business, creating relationships as a mom of three. And at one point, they were all three in diapers. Now I'm a mom of six, and that's a whole, obviously, a whole other story. But at that time, I was a mom of three. None of them were yet in school, and it was a conversation with the toddlers every single day. So finding those, building those relationships and creating this network of people, all of a sudden, I started learning new things. I started loving what I was doing. I started teaching myself how to build a business. I had no idea that I was good at it. I had no idea that people would even want to know what I had to say. I had no idea that people were even going to care. I had no idea that I'd be making videos like this. I had no idea. So I started going to events, and when I would go to events, people would say, Amanda, what did you do? What did you do to build this business like this? Or what did you do to build so quickly or to build so strong? And how did you do it? And it really got me thinking, like, I've never felt like this before. I have never felt like someone really cared to know how I did something. And that was because I didn't know what I was worth. I didn't know the value that I had. I didn't know that I brought value into my home or into my family. I didn't know that. For me, as far as the value went, was the supper that was cooked, the laundry that was done, the diapers that were changed, the baths that were given, the bedtime stories, and all of that definitely makes you worth something. But I didn't even, it those were a given to me. For me, a mom that takes care of her kids, it didn't define my worth because I wouldn't have kids, right? If I didn't, okay, people do have kids without preparing to do that. But for me, I wouldn't have kids if I wasn't ready to devote everything that I have to them. And then if I wasn't going to make sure they were clean every night or fed every day, then I personally, that didn't give it to me. That didn't define my worth because those were my roles and job as a mom, right? And someone coming from a broken home, I already knew that. It was a given. It was a given that I was going to be a great mom, period. So my job and my business started developing my worth, started allowing me to see my worth. And so when people would say, "How did you do it?" I was so shocked because I just did it. I had no idea that I was doing anything special. I was just doing it. I was just putting one foot in front of the other, trying to come up for air because it was just this new life, this new entrepreneur type of setting in my life was very, very new to me. And so eventually it led me to a very, very complicated life, honestly, because the more I learned out how much I was worth, the more I realized all of these years as someone not knowing what I was worth or not showing me what I was worth, um, it was not acceptable to me anymore, right? And I think a lot of you guys can relate to that have been divorced and changed things up in your life, and you start to realize that people treat you how you let them, and that I was just letting things happen. I was just letting my life go on as if I was worth nothing. And at events for this business, I would be Amanda Blockson, the person that has built this business and that's great at what she does. And when I would come home of an evening and I would shut the door, it was gone. It got left at the door, you know? And so there come a point where I was like, I am worth more than that. And I'm going to hold myself accountable right now to not ever allowing myself to not feel worth it, but to also not ever let a moment go by to where I will not pass up the opportunity to tell somebody that they are worth it too. And I say all of this to you because whether it's your spouse or your sister or your mother or your friends, if there is somebody making you feel like you are not worth it, it is time to walk away from them. Even if you love them, even if they are going to be in your life forever and you know it, you at least need to walk away from that feeling and know that you are worth something. You're worth more than the supper that's on the table, and you're worth more than the diaper changing and the bath giving, because those are a given. You're worth more than anything that you could even physically do, because your value is not measured by your actions in your everyday life. And even on top of that, I hope and I pray that somebody is showing you that you're worth even more than what you think that you are. Because we're always going to think that we're not worth as much as we probably really are. I still, to this day, don't put enough value in myself. And I look at these comments on my videos and I think that I have no idea why you guys watch or what it is. I don't know, right? That's one of those things of me just not giving myself enough credit and not taking pride in the fact that I'm worth something, right? So I hope that you can take this video and watch it when you have to and let yourself know that people are going to treat you how you let them. So stop letting people treat you like you aren't worth anything. Stop accepting less than what you deserve, and stop letting people spoil your happiness, or stop letting people make you feel like you don't know what you know, or like you're smaller than what you are, or like you can't change the world, because you can change the world if you want to. If you know that you're worth it and you know that you can, you're halfway there, right? The action has to come in somewhere, but you knowing that you can do it is literally half the battle. So, if you're stuck in your life and you're stuck in your business, it's probably because you're not giving yourself enough credit and you're not realizing that you are a badass and you deserve everything that everybody else deserves. You deserve what you hold yourself accountable for, and you deserve to know that you're worth it. And if you're telling yourself that every single day, then I commend you times a million. But I guarantee if you even if you are, you still don't really grasp what you're worth. So wake up every single day and say, I am worth it. I'm worth it and I won't settle for anything less today. I will allow people in my life that will treat me the way that I expect to be treated. And that's it because I'm the one that decides that. And therefore, you are taking control of your life. You're taking control of you. You're the CEO of your life, right? And you're the CEO of your business. So take control of it and run it efficiently and don't accept anything that's better than awesome because you're awesome and you're worth it. And I love all of you.